Hey everyone, welcome to the channel because they're doing pretty well. Today's actually Friday, May 2nd, 2025, and we're going to be getting to a tire dressing application here. But I was just finished rinseless washing the Equinox. I was playing around with the bought another bottle of Adam's Hoseless, and the reason I bought another bottle is number one, I do like it. I think it's a good product. Is somebody had stated that they didn't like it and it didn't feel as slick, and so I was like, oh, let me buy another bottle and see if it's what they're talking about. And to me, the slickness is actually pretty good. I mean, I used it with the Villain sponge and the Iconic Rinseless Wash sponge, and I felt it had good lubrication under those two sponges. On the dry off portion, I tested it both with and without a drying aid, and I felt it had good lubricity under both. The Equinox wasn't the sun when I was washing it, so what it tended to do is this kind of tended to flash off the surface a little quicker than some other rinseless washes. Maybe that's what the user was experiencing, but I think it did a great job on there. So again, this is a polymer-based rinseless wash, and there's a little surfactant in there, so you can see it kind of has the sudsing effect in here, but its primary backbone is a polymer in here. So again, this is a polymer rinseless wash and it has a good cleanability on here. So let's talk about the, if you guys want to see another video, go ahead and post down below and I'll make another video here. But I think this video here, we're going to focus on a tire dressing. Now, as I prep the tires, I've been playing around also with the Bioworks all-purpose cleaner, their APC. And in order for this to be used for tires, they claim, or they state, it's a 1:8 or 8:1, however you want to read it. For, it says engine-based tires, etc. Add 4 ounces of cleaner to a 32 ounce bottle of water. I think I had it mixed 10:1, I believe is what it's mixed at what I have right now, because I had made some just general use. So I was just playing around with this, but a good job to clean the tire. So now we're going to get to the tire dressing application here. I just applied it onto 3 tires because I wanted to let that set so I can actually show you how it looks after it's been sitting for a while. So we're going to take a look at Labocosmetica Hydra. They state, what's it called? Hyper Dressing Sealant. This is a water-based tire product in here. So let me read you what this is about here. I've used it. Let's talk about this. I've used it, and if you're going to use this for tires, it's not going to last very long. Typical water-based tire dressing, 1 to 2 weeks. It just depends. If it's going through rain, it's not going to last that long. The rain will wash it away. It takes a good hit with the rain. Kind of like Car Pro Pearl takes a good hit. Most water-based tire dressing. I just mentioned Pearl because mostly everybody's used Pearl these days. So I just want to state that. So let me kind of just read what this has on here. So they do state that it has a beading effect and that offers UV protection. So they do state that on the Labocosmetica website. And it says Hydra is a hyper-dressing multifunctional with a broad spectrum of use, specific for external plastics and interior of the car. Easy to spread and to apply, characterized by excellent coverage. It guarantees excellent resistance to chemical washout. Its polymeric matrix guarantees a duration about 3 months on surfaces, protecting them from UV rays, which damage rubbers, plastics, vinyl, and leather, reviving the color without greasing when washed. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea. Again, you can dilute it down to whatever you want to use it here. Let's see, it says Hydra resists stains, effectively repelling water and dirt, ensuring very high protection and an excellent beading effect. It is water-based, does not contain solvents, and respects surfaces even at the end of its life cycle. It does not release residues and does not whiten the plastic parts. Research developed and tested in depth by the Mafra laboratories in collaboration with the most prestigious sports car manufacturers in the world. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea. And I'm kind of just looking at the dilutions here. It says very easy, extremely concentrated, and high yield. Hydra is particularly versatile because it can be used pure at a dilution 1 to 5, depending on the level of protection and shine to be obtained. So I think that they meant you can use it undiluted, straight, or up to 1 to 5. The second layer further strengthens the effect of the first. To get more shine on the tire, spray Hydra on the shoulder of the tire and let it dry. So again, if you want that high shine, apply it, let it dry, and let it do its thing. So that's why I'm kind of just letting it set here, because I want to see if we can knock it down if it is a little too shiny in here. Okay, so here's the dilutions. For tires, they state to use it undiluted or pure is what they state. External, like plastics, trims, and all that, 1 to 1. Internal plastics or internal, just interior, 1 to 3 to 1 to 5. So you can kind of play around with it. You can use it on interior. I haven't used this on interior, so I don't know how it looks. And the last time I used it on trim, I just used it undiluted. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. So let's go over and prep. I shouldn't say prep, the wheel's already prepped. Let's just walk over there, and I'm gonna take all my stuff over there to get you guys situated to where you can get a good view of tire dressings. Let me take this. I just didn't want to be in the sun while I was talking to you guys on camera. I'm gonna take the cart with me. I want to give you guys an idea of what this looks like freshly applied. So I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this back if I can get it. There we go. And I'm gonna put you guys here, and we'll adjust the camera. Should be a good view. Let me just kind of wipe this up. Now, if you do have a little bit of water left, that, you know, some rinseless wash solution, I have a little bit of rinseless wash solution trying to dripping out of the areas here. I'm gonna mop it up first. Again, if you do get a little bit of tire dressing on those type of areas, don't worry. Like I said, this can be because it's water based, it can be, you know, hit moisture on here. So let's go take a look at this. I'm just gonna apply this to the applicator. So I'm gonna shake this up, and the all-purpose cleaner did okay at 10-1. You can see the tires still look a little brown, but that's normal, especially with Michelin's. I don't even know what tire dressing was on here. It's been a couple weeks, or maybe even longer than that, maybe a month since I put anything on the tires. So I just put some on the applicator, and I'm just gonna butterfly in this into the applicator. This is just a Cerakote thing. When I was testing their tire coating, I just saved it. So let me just go ahead and just dab it in a couple areas, and then we'll kind of spread it out. So I'm just going to work it in, and I want to push it into these siphon areas in here of the tire, and up here too. So that's what it looks like in direct sun. So from here, it doesn't look, let's see how you guys can actually see it. It actually doesn't look too bad. It actually looks pretty good from here. Not overly glossy. So let's go ahead and finish applying this to the other half. So we'll just apply it to this other half. And I have to remember what the one guy, I forget which video it was. He says you have to apply a tire dressing. It works best when it's applied clockwise. So remember that. To get the best performance, apply your tire dressing clockwise, or else it's not going to perform very well. That's just some troll. But if you're left-handed, your natural rotation is counterclockwise. So that was my counter argument to him. Or her, him or her, I don't know who that was. Just some random troll. Again, it goes on really easy. And I'll just kind of get it in there. Let it do its thing. And I'll have to come back, and I'll move the car up back or forward a little bit just to kind of get this bottom piece in here. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Now I do have that towel because these tires do come up close to the wheel right here. They don't have enough space in there, so I will just go around it just to make sure I didn't get any tire dressing on there. But that's what it looks like. I'll bring you guys up a little closer and get this cart out of the way. So that's what it looks like in direct sun. So right now it looks super glossy because I just applied it. But it should matte out a little bit. So we'll take a look at the back wheel, because I think the back wheel back there has been on there for about 10 minutes or somewhere around there. That's what it looks like freshly applied. And I'm going to take a towel because I like my tires to be a little bit more matte So I'll let this kind of set up as much as possible. And this is what this one looks like. So it's had a few minutes to set up. You can see it's starting to kind of dry on here. And like I said, so what I want to do is I'm just going to knock this down a bit. Just a little bit, not too much. And that's pretty much it. Can I just... I saw a little bit of leftover. I just flipped the towel to a clean side, but it looks really good. I think right here is where I missed, so I'll probably just touch that up. But just kind of knock it down a little bit. Didn't knock it down crazy amounts, but we'll let this mat out. I'll let this set up and see if it mats out over you know, over the next few hours or something like that. But it looks pretty good. Just want to do it one more time. So that's what it looks like as it kind of sets up. So again, it looks pretty good. And then just to kind of give you a comparison, here's what it looks like in full sunlight, fresh application with that kind of absorb into the rubber. And before I go off camera, I'll take my applicator. I'm going to touch the spot that I missed right here. And I'll just kind of, if you want your tires to be super glossy, like they said, just add another layer, but we're going to let that sit up there. So that is taking a look at Hydra. Let me kind of move all my stuff out of the way, and we'll talk about this one more time. So let me kind of rotate this here. Okay, so you saw the application was pretty straightforward with Hydra. Again, it's a water-based product here. They call it a dressing / sealant. You can use it on plastics, exterior plastics, interior leather, like any surface on the interior. Again, you're gonna have to just dilute it to the proper dilution and play around with it. I'd probably, if I was doing this on the interior, if you wanted to experiment with this, I'd probably try 1 to 5 first and see if you like it, and then if you want a little bit more appearance, you can try 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. But I'd probably try 1 to 5 on the interior. That'd be my recommendation, kind of like Carpro Pearl, to do it that way. But you saw on the application of the tires, pretty straightforward. I went undiluted in there, so straight up pure tire dressing in here. Again, depending on the environment, it's not going to last up to 3 months. Now, if, on the interior, for sure, it's going to last up to 3 months because that's just getting normal wear and tear from you getting in and out. So if you have a leather seat and you apply this on there, you're going to wear that out with abrasion from getting in and out of the seat. But as far as like the plastics on the door or the dash, it's going to last 3 months, if not longer. Again, just depends on how you clean it, how aggressive you are in cleaning your interior. But it should last up to that 3 month time frame. For tires, again, water-based, it's going to get you about the average 2 weeks if you have good weather. If you are experiencing rainstorms and whatnot, it's going to last you about a week, and then you're going to have to be reapplying it again after a week. But that's why I'm going to give you an idea of what this tire dressing looks like, how it applies. It looks good. As it cures, it'll tend to kind of mat out on itself, kind of look more of a nice brand new tire. But if you want that gloss, just add a second layer, let it dry, let it do its thing, and I think you'll be happy with the look. Again, I'll just go over with a microfiber towel like this, just to knock down some of the gloss in there, and then the rest of it will dry, whatever's absorbed into the rubber. And again, you'll just play around with the appearance, see how you like it. So again, not the longest lasting form of protection in here for tires. Again, just your average typical water-based stuff. So we'll take a look at this. I'm not going to give you guys updates because I've already told you it's going to last about on average about 2 weeks. 4 weeks is really pushing it. So on average about 2 to 3 weeks. Again, depending on how often you drive it. If you're washing on a weekly basis, you're probably going to be reapplying this after about 2 weeks just to kind of maintain the look. So that's all I have. The other thing you could do with this, maybe, and just kind of hear me out here, is you dilute it 1 to 1 like it said for exterior plastics, and you use this as your base layer for tires. and then maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, you hit it with the 1-to-1 dilution. Again, it becomes more cost effective. And then again, you'll have your base layer of this, and you just keep maintaining it and going forward, and it'll maintain the performance of the base layer from Hydra. But that's all I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's great. Should you go out and buy it? I think if you just want to try water-based tire dressing, maybe you like the Labocosmetica brand and you want to try something a little different, go ahead and pick this up. Again, is it better than Carpro Pearl? I think they're both on par with each other. I actually like Carpro Pearl, so I would actually say Carpro Pearls for me is my choice over this, because I've been using Carpro Pearl for a long time, and I'd have to look at the cost to see how it is in comparison to this. But again, it's not enough to take me away from using Carpro Pearl. I still have Carpro Pearl. I have a big bottle, 34 ounces. This is actually, how many ounces is this? This is a 500 ml bottle, so about 16.9 ounces, something like that. So again, I think I forget how much this costs, but I'll take a look and see what it says on there. But I've been using Carpro Pearl for a very long time, and if somebody gave me this, it wouldn't be enough to pull me away from Carpro Pearl. So I think you're gonna be happy with whatever tire dressing that you're using. But again, if you want to try something new from Labocosmetica, I think this is a really good product to give a try. I do have their their Nero solvent-based tire dressing. Actually, a subscriber sent it to me, so I will be taking a look at that one next. But I just want to give you guys a quick look at Hydra, and then we'll take a look at Nero next, and because that's going to last longer than Hydra. So let me know what you guys think. Post your comments down below. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you next one. Take care, everyone.